And plus, Mikal Bridges is playing amazing. He had himself quite a
Yes.
game winner the other night, just in the clutch. It was the Hawks versus the Nets, and it's like towards the end. But this was a real fun game. So yeah,
I
this
think
is
I
the wild
might
ending.
have it. This is Trae Young hit him with that shimmy and that three towards the end.
Mm-hmm. We'll start it from right about here. So this is with like 35 seconds left in the game, right? Mikal Bridges gets it on a cut. He goes in. Trae Young has the ball. He has his open MIDDY.
Jeez.
Misses.
Frick that. Oh no.
And then yeah, he goes for the free throws. We come back. It's 112 to 110. 24 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to go and shoot this free throw. Atlanta timeout. Atlanta comes back with the ball. Here we are. I think if you guys have watched this game, you already know what happened. Splash. And you think the game is over at that point. Trae Young's doing the whole. And then Mikal Bridges just says, we're going to put you out of your misery. From mid-range. Splash. And yeah, I think he's ready to go and take over again and make his all-star
one
bid.
reason why it's my issue with a lot of the scores in today's NBA. Like, some people don't understand. If you have mid-range, you're unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't people take note from the Kevin Durant's and the Devin Bookers? When you have a mid-range game and you have spots on the floor and you know how to get to those spots no matter what, that's what makes you such a decisive and assassin as a scorer, man. Like, you people don't understand the mid-range. You think of all the best scorers ever. Maybe not every single one, but 9 times out of 10, they had killer mid-range games. Like, even when you go back and think of Karl Malone, right? Think of Karl Malone. You know what
Mm-hmm.
made him so unstoppable? That damn mid-range shot off the glass from the fucking from the wing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you go to Kobe, like I said, you go to T-Mac, you go to AI, you go to Jordan, you go to Durant, Booker, Luka, Dirk Nowitzki. You think of all these scores, they all had mid-range, yo. They all had certain spots on the floor that they knew to get to. That's the art of scoring. It's not just hoisting a bunch of threes or, like, man, that was a
I'm glad
great
you're
shot.
talking about that because on the JJ
Great
Redick
shot.
podcast with Zach Lowe, they were talking about the same exact thing where basically, JJ Redick was saying about how he gets pissed off when you have a lot of guys sometimes where, you have that pocket of space, you have your defender dropping, he's covering, the rim basically. So what's your instinct is the driving kick, right? You drive, defender's under, he's right at the basket. You don't really got a place to go. So what do? You kick it out to the 3-point line to somebody else and you keep resetting. And he's like, there's just not enough people in the league because coaches tell you not to do it. Like, you're a guy who cannot shoot the mid-range. You are not shooting the mid-range. There's only a certain tier of guys who they basically allowed to shoot mid-range, but about how that pisses him off because there's plenty of more guys in this league that could hit those shots, and they should take those shots because what ends up happening is you do the driving kick, you kick it out to the 3-point line, and then you got defenders sagging out over there anyway. So you're at a worse percentage shot, even though you can generate 3 points, and just pulling up from the mid-range where you got that space. And defenses, if they're dropping so much, that's how you beat them. So like I think you're hitting on a really, really, really solid point as far as the schematics there. And I think it's a good conversation because I think we're going to see some teams employ that more than others. So I love that, Eddie. Just talking about the mid-range game, it is sort of coming back. And I think we're going to see more players open up with those opportunities, I hope, because that's what makes it fun. Guys like Mikal Bridges going and doing that. Really fun to watch.